Mohammed Mahmoud al-Adra lives in the village of Dirat al-Rifaiya with his 3 wives and 16 children. Although he was born here, his house, like most of the other houses in this West Bank village, was built illegally, according to Israel. That's because he didn't get a building permit, and it's subject to demolition.
We want Israel to stop the demolitions and to give us planning authority here. The local council should be in charge of giving people licenses to build.
Al-Adara says about 1,100 Palestinians live in this village. It's part of Area C, the 60% of the West Bank that is under sole Israeli control. He says Israel wants the Palestinians to leave this area and move to Areas A and B, which are under full or partial Palestinian control.
They always refuse us the permits. That's the Israeli policy. I don't know why. They want us to leave this land. They say it's a military area, an agricultural area, and to expand the settlements.
Israeli officials say they are trying to push Palestinian development forward as long as it doesn't interfere with Israeli security.
Area C is where the Israelis are. So clearly that's where the Palestinian terrorists are making their targeted attacks. Israelis generally don't go into Area A and B. And if they do, they're either in a breach of law, which recognizes that there can and there is potentially big threat of Israelis going into Areas A and B. So the threats, when they are formulated, they're formulated generally in Areas A or B, but they're carried out in Area C.
Israeli officials recently announced they'd frozen all construction in Area C after the unity deal between Fatah and Hamas. Palestinians from Dirat have appealed to the Supreme Court.
There is discriminatory planning in which Palestinians have no influence over, deciding where they can build legally and where they can't, and the result is hundreds of these a year.
Palestinians in this village say that if they could control their own planning, they could transform the village.
All of the young men who want to get married could build houses. We could build parks and playgrounds. It could be like the Garden of Eden.
For the Media Line, I'm Linda Gradstein in Dirat al-Rifaiya in the West Bank.